Battlefield 2042 tier list. All right, for maps. Okay, let's start off with I forgot what the name of the snow map is. Yeah, but how do I fucking have no idea what the snow map is? The name of it, I forgot. But anyways, the snow map. I'm gonna go B tier because I actually like some choke points. See, that play around area is fun. I like it. It's cool. I wish it would be more action there because a lot of people don't really go there often now. A is okay. A is towards where the bunkers and the silos are. Everything else after that is just trash. That open area between B and C flags can have some cool little action moments in there. It's pretty open for the most part, but it has some moments where it doesn't feel too bad. But definitely is just mid. It's a mid map for sure. Discarded. I'm gonna say discarded is. I'm gonna say it's B tier as well, just because D is really the only D and C are the only flags really worth anything. Everything else is kind of boring. B is okay, but there's still a lot of open area, and you get fucking shot. I mean, we just playing recently, and I literally fucking got shot from like every angle possible at B, and it was just annoying. And it's all by snipers and stuff. So yeah, it's very mid map. D and C flags are the best. A lot of action on D. That's good. That's fun. I like the ship. The ship's fun. And then that little broken part of the ship, C. That's probably my favorite for moving around and wiping people, especially if there's a lot of them on C. It's really fun. It's really hard to work with too. Exposure. I want to say D, honestly. I'm gonna say D. It used to be good when it launched. I'm gonna say that. It was when it launched. It was fresh. It was new. It was great. And then before they did the revision of it, it was great where they moved the flags around. Great. But now it's just fucking annoying, and everyone's spaced out. The only fucking fun spots is C and maybe B at times. A is whatever. It's rarely action packed, and only the building really at A2 I think, or I think it's A2. And F is just a fucking pointless spot to throw flags. E, I think E is the one on the bottom of the mountain. That's fucking boring as shit too. I don't like anything down there. I personally think it's just whatever. It's not good to me. And then you have Flashpoint, Operation Flashpoint. I'm gonna put A because I feel like even though it's fucking got vehicles and stuff and a little bit of open on the mountainside, it's actually really fun in that aspect. They actually did it really well. At first I hated the map with a passion because I felt like it was just a clusterfuck of random shit and you don't know what's going on. I don't know what happened, but over time it just felt better and better as you played it, and it got really good to me. I like every fucking flag there pretty much, except for like obviously A flag and the G, I think it is, or I think it's G flag on the opposite side. Just the far end flags are just annoying. And then also D, it seems like just a fucking, like, there's no advantage to you being there. You're literally like, you're pretty much guaranteed to die there if you're trying to hold it down. So but everything else after that is fucking great. So I actually think it's an A tier. It's not an S tier map for sure. Oh, we got another D tier. I forgot the name of the map. Hourglass. There you go. Hourglass, fucking trash. Hourglass, dog shit. Never's been good. Not even after rework. It's not good. I kind of don't mind it though for Breakthrough, but really the flags there, not good. And speaking with all the other maps too, I'm not really taking Breakthrough into consideration because I don't really play Breakthrough. And Breakthrough is not really that much of a, like, the maps don't really matter all that much in Breakthrough because it's just one-dimensional, you know, push ahead. You know, it's not like the maps really mean a whole lot other than the scenery. I personally think Breakthrough is just a game mode that really, it's fun, but it doesn't really express what the map's about. So that's why I think talk about this here is a conquest related entirely. So I almost said conquest. I don't know what the fuck's going on. Anyways, so yeah, I'm gonna say dog shit. Never liked Hourglass. I think it's one of the worst maps ever made in Battlefield history. Breakthrough is the only thing where you kind of get a sense of like you don't mind being there, but after that it's just straight dog shit. It's fucking worst map ever played. Kaleidoscope, I'm gonna say C tier, just because there's that one specific flag in the middle and then you have the two D flags and the E flags. Not much action going outside of C. Everything else, B is dog shit. A is trash as fuck. I don't think anybody even goes to A ever. I think once it's capped, it's just left alone. B tier, B flag, lots of rats, open fields, kind of just annoying. It's just more of like a backup plan, it seems like, for enemy teams that want to just cap something at least. C tier. C tier. I keep saying C tier. C flag. C flag is really the only spot where like it gets action packed, but then like there isn't that much action after that. And once C's capped, and there's a lot of people on C, like your friendlies, it seems like C is not touched for a little bit. And then if it is touched, it's touched by one person, and then it's dry again. So the map, yeah, no. Kaleidoscope, not good. This is, I believe, we were just talking about it. Fuck, what did my chat say? I know he said the name of it. I'm drawing a blank right now. Manifest. I definitely don't want to say S tier. It is 8. I'll say A tier. I'll say A tier. Only because, is it B? B is like the absolute best spot to be every time. A is okay. It kind of is like the period break between B being capped and you can't fucking go back there because there ain't nobody there. So you go to A for a little bit and then come back to B because B's gonna get fucking swarmed. B is usually just a hot spot, but B is so fun as a build, as that building, and then that one like sphere silo thing, whatever. A couple of those, whatever. That little location is fun, and that make a 64 fucking conquest playlist and just have those two fucking spots, and I guarantee you everyone's gonna be fucking loving it. They really should, like, somebody should go in there and just like border off on a custom map, border off just that area and see how many people want to play that map. It's gonna be fucking flooded. It's a great location, and I think that location alone makes it really fun. So that's A tier, but it doesn't last forever throughout the match. It does last a lot longer because a lot of people just push B tier or B flag. I keep doing that. I swear to God, I'm gonna punch my mic if I do that again. B flag. A lot of people push that, so it's really fun. Orbital. Orbital is like the OG fucking map. They spaced it out quite a bit. I used to like it a lot for pushing and stuff. I would say I'll put a B tier. I'm gonna say B tier just because it's kind of played out already, obviously, but they stretched it out a little bit farther than I really would like them to. A flag on top of the building, you can kind of see here. Oh, what happened? Oh shit. Thank God. I was gonna have to do this all over again. A flag is cool. Then you got the two bottom spots right here, like the B couple buildings, and then you got that one big building right here. Those are pretty much just the only three fun points. I do like the D flag, the one on top of the mountain or on the hillside. That one can have moments of fun, but it gets dry really quick too in terms of like action. So yeah, B tier, I think more or less just because it's played out. And it doesn't really get like hot as it used to. I think they really, putting that D flag on that fucking mountainside really screwed up how hot A would get and how hot the B flags would get down on the bottom. I truly think that it would be an A tier map if D flag wasn't there again, and then they closed the map in more, and so it would keep those 3 choke points constantly heavy. It'd be just a lot of fun action. Oh, okay, and we got Reclaimed. I'm gonna say Reclaimed S tier, and not because it really is S tier. I'm just saying S tier because it, in terms of like the infantry versus vehicle balance, it's really fucking fun. And those two buildings right across from each other is literally perfect, you know, like it just action there, action there, action there, action there. The D flag they be coming from, and then the A flag they be coming from, so it'll pinch in. The only thing that sucks, that like I would say I could really put it down to A tier, is the fact that once you cap D and the middle flags in the middle, or the two building flags, once those are capped and they're stuck at B flag and A flag, it's kind of, that's when it gets a little like stale of gameplay, and it's not really that great. It annoys me. It makes me want them to push up. But the the most common thing of or I'm saying that's so fucking wrong. The rarity of that happening is not that bad. So like it's constantly mainly packed with action on the rooftops, inside the buildings, across from each other of those two buildings. Even the D flag can be somewhat fun at times on top of the mountain or inside the mountain part of it, inside and then up top. I'm talking too fast, so I'm not even thinking what I'm saying now. Forgive me. But yeah, that whole area is fucking great. So and then there's that one little open flat area where the tanks usually roll through and kind of hold it down. They kind of keep the vehicles out of play over there, which is nice. I mean, it happens sometimes they bring them in, but it's very more laxed against the vehicles. You don't really feel too like pushed up by the vehicles unless someone's using a heli and they spamming the hell out of the heli. That's annoying. Reclaimed, obviously S tier. Let's face it, it's one of the best Battlefield maps that they've made in terms of playability, but at the same time you're not just getting stomped every match. It has its moments there, it does that, but so does fucking Operation Metro. Really good fucking map. I like it. Every flag seems kind of a viable spot to get kills. Obviously I don't like the spawn flags, but when you're at B and C, or even like capping B, C, and D, and then you have to hold down A flag to stop them, or vice versa. When you're holding one flag versus one flag, it's okay. It's kind of fun. It's kind of more or less like the breakthrough feel. But when it's B and C, just like A and B are capped and C and D are capped by the other team, then it's just a fucking kind of like Conquest, but everyone's kind of like forming around. So you're getting people coming from behind you. You have your option to flank. You have your option to be up top. There's option to be fucking inside the middle, like full on with the fucking line of people shooting each other. There's plenty of little play styles, and it's super aggressive all the time. So it's just fun. It's S tier for sure. That's why it's mainly got the main player base on it. It's really sitting there. We were just playing Reclaimed. I believe that's Reclaimed. That's what it's called. Reclaimed. I'm gonna say this is B tier. No, C tier. C tier. Reclaimed used to be so fucking fun for that building that you're looking at specifically, which is like the glass and like inside there. Like it used to be hot there. It used to be a lot of hot action. Now you got just C. C is like the one where it's like, okay, you got the wall, you got the rooftop of the wall, you got the inside of C, and then you got someone on the outside of C, and that's somewhat like the fun-ish part to play. D is fun, but D is very much like it's either slammed and there's no chance of doing anything, or just too many people there, and then the action's gone pretty quick, and it doesn't really stay consistent. It usually is just one or the other, and fucking and constantly that's the one flag swap. It's like flipping between enemy and friendly capped. So I'm going to say 100% C tier. It's not worth it. I wouldn't mind if fucking they got rid of that. All these 4 maps, I wouldn't mind if they got rid of them. Personally, I would be happy if they got rid of them, and then just throw in new maps. Then we got I forgot the name of this one, but this is the one that's it's like located in Sweden or whatever, I believe. This map really fucking cool. I really like this map, but I'm not gonna say it's S tier. I'm gonna say A tier, and the only reason I say it's A tier is because even though it's got a lot of open field, and it's got a lot of certain like rangy spots where like the flags in the back near the spawns can be annoying where they're sitting back there. It's just really rare, really rare that happens, that they actually cap those, or like the enemy team or your team is capping everything except for that one fucking flag. That's rare that happens. So I personally think this map A tier. The middle spot's obviously the funnest. I don't feel like there's a whole lot of verticality. It's more or less like rangy, but at the same time close quarters. You have options to play how you want to play it though, which is cool. And the sniper spam isn't that bad actually, which is actually probably the reason why it's A tier, not B tier, because if the sniper spam was pretty bad on that map, it probably would make it less fun. But it's weird. People really like to play aggressive on that map, which is cool, which makes it fresh to life when you're playing it. So, and obviously last but not least, that is Stranded. I have to assume that's Stranded. It doesn't really tell you. It doesn't even look like Stranded. I guess that's like the inside of... Oh, it is Stranded. That's the inside of C1, I believe. S tier. Actually, I'm gonna put it in order. So I'm gonna say Stranded is the best map in the game. Bar none. There's no reason to say otherwise. The ship is fun. The top of the ship is fun. The inside of the ship is fun. The outside of the ship is fun. The only thing that gets annoying is if it's A flag that's capped and that's it. Or I mean that's left to be capped. and we capped everything else, A flag's annoying as fuck. D flag, meh, it's okay. It's kind of annoying. I would say it's still one of the more annoying flags to cap if that one's just left. Then you got E flag, which always is action packed, which is cool shit. When they're trying to fucking defend it, you go up in there and rush up on it. That's fun. But then B flag as well is actually really fun to fucking go and try to cap, and that has usually a lot of action depending on how you guys are capped, obviously. But then you got obviously the C flags, which is great. That's just the best spot. Honestly, being on the rooftop of the ship or the deck of the ship and then inside, perfect. It's one of the funnest maps, honestly, if not the funnest map, especially for 128. If it's for 64, 128 really makes the 128 game mode shine with this map. It's really nice. But I would have to put reclaimed in front, or not reclaimed, sorry, redacted in front of reclaimed. So it would be 1, 2, 3. Reclaimed is cool, but like I said, the vehicles, it's just, at that point, it's just the vehicles versus no vehicles. So that's why it's second. I'm going to say, in terms of A, I'm going to say, I really like Flashpoint now. So I'm going to say Flashpoint, and then the map that's Sweden, and then Manifest. I forgot the name of this map, but I'm going to say Discarded a little ahead of it, and then this map, and then and then Orbital. Then you got Kaleidoscope, which I would say this is actually accurate as is. Yeah, I would say this is accurate. So we're going from left to right is literally my top fucking maps. So best to worst from left to right. Done. And that's Battlefield 2042 maps. Now I want to do weapons. Hopefully they have all the weapons. What the fuck are you doing? Old Reliable. At least they just wrote LMG overall. Oh, let's start with that, and then we'll go in from there. Sniper overall. Trash. It's definitely the worst thing about Battlefield is the snipers reliability. I don't like it. Secondary, I'll say okay, because you got the PF51, which is okay. You got the G57, which is okay, pretty good. You got the Deagle, which is good. Then you got the M44, which is trash as fuck. I wish it would be like actually stronger. And then you got the Super 500, the MP412. Yeah, it's okay. The Super 500 is good. Really, there's only two that I would rely on: the Super 500 and the Deagle. The G57 is okay. You could get away with it. It's not bad. It's okay. Tactical overall, I'm gonna say okay as well. I don't really feel like the tactical is anything special. SMG overall, I'm gonna say excellent. I feel like all the SMGs are pretty much viable now. I don't like the bullet spread. I would honestly, if we had to rate it with the bullet spread change, all of them are like good or under. But marksman overall, useless. Actually, I'll put trash, just because they're not useless, but they're fucking terrible. They're good. They're good for being like a little cheesy, but in terms of like dominating lobbies, no. That's why they're trash. Assault overall, I'm gonna put it with excellent. I don't think anything's reliable. LMG overall, I'm gonna just say good, because they are viable, but the sprint, or the I would say sprint to fire time in this game, it's not. This makes it not that good. It makes it like have a little bit of delay before you start shooting. Now we're going into guns. M16A3. That thing has like no recoil, has pretty decent damage. I'm gonna say excellent. I'm not gonna say it's fucking reliable. I'm not gonna say it's definitely better than good, but it definitely surprised me. I actually like the M16 quite a bit. LCMG, I'm gonna say the LCMG is good. It's okay. It's okay. There's better LMGs out there. I don't really use LMGs often anymore. I use it for a little bit. I don't care about them. So LCMG, from what I remember, it was okay. It was decent. The ACWR, I'm gonna put it as good because it was excellent until they nerfed it quite a bit. Type 88 LMG. Good question. Type 88 LMG. Do I even remember how that feels? I'm gonna say that's okay. I don't think it was that good. Nobody ever really uses it. I know the XM LMG is good. The Advances is excellent. Still to this day, it's excellent. It got nerfed, but the nerf didn't really. The fuck? Turn this off. The nerf didn't really like hinder it too bad. I think it's still an excellent weapon. M416. I'm gonna say good. I thought it was supposed to be that's technically supposed to be the gun that's supposed to be excellent. I don't know why the M16 feels better than M4, at least from what I've experienced. I feel like it's a little weaker, but the M16 is definitely better. SVD, I think that's the trash overall marksman rifle. I'm gonna say trash. Nobody really uses that one. AC-42, I'm gonna say it's okay. It can burst really well, but it's very picky. You really need to hit your shots with it, and they nerfed it to the ground. It used to be really good. I would have put it as good even, but I just feel like if you're not dead accurate with it, somebody on the move is really fucking a threat to you. So no thanks. SVK, I'm gonna say in terms of just usability, I'm gonna say good. In terms of usability, it is viable, but overall it's still trash. But it's in terms of like if you're gonna use a DMR, SVK is supposed to be pretty good. M60E4, I'm gonna say it's okay. I don't think it's anything special. It definitely, it's like the same thing as the fucking Type 88. I'll have to go and play with those a little bit again, but from what I remember, it was like whatever. It was just a fun little, it was fun to use. It wasn't like anything like where I knew I was going to be top fragging like consistently with it. The SFAR, I would have put it as old reliable, but they nerfed the fuck out of it. I'm gonna say it's good. I would say it's excellent, but just that nerf feels so off. I feel like I'm definitely, or not potatoing, but like sponging a lot of enemies, and I just don't like it. I feel like it's kind of weak. PKP. I think the PKP, if I recall, was pretty good. I'm gonna say good because I think I recall it being pretty good. I'm trying to remember. I think it was pretty good. It's not too bad. The AK-24, I actually think it's excellent. I think nowadays it's pretty reliable. Still kind of spongy, but you learn the gun, it will still do justice. It's not much of a close quarters, I don't believe. The M240B, I want to say that's good. I think the M240B was the one that's pretty good. The MTAR is such a fucking toss-up. I'm gonna say the MTAR is good. It's good to use, but not. It's not definitely not excellent, and it's definitely not okay. It's a little better than okay. It's just not the same MTAR. I would actually put it as okay, actually, just because it's not the same MTAR. The value of it has dropped significantly, because I don't know why they balanced it like that. M39 EMR, this used to be really good. I'm gonna just put it as good, because I think it used to be really good, like excellent, for a DMR, but it's still... I think they nerfed it or something. I remember seeing a lot of people using it. Now I don't see it as often. RM68 used to be fucking excellent. I'm gonna say it's good. They nerfed the fuck out of that one too. Unfortunately, they've been nerfing a lot of guns. BSVM. I'm gonna say BSVM's excellent. Those two fucking 30-round mags to swap to make it really good. I just use that. It's excellent gun to use for a purpose, and I feel like that purpose is more or less like rangy, but if you need to be close quarters, it will kind of protect you because of the fast TTK with the fire rate with the short barrel. So I think it's very viable in both aspects. It kind of gives you options, and you also can throw the scope on real quick and just use it as a DMR. It has to be excellent. I don't think it's not definitely better than good. It's definitely better than good. VCAR, very weak. I remember fucking top fragging with it one time when I was like sweating. I'm gonna say it's okay though. No, it's definitely good. It's good. If it was okay, then it's definitely not worse than, or not the same par as like say the SVD, or definitely think it's even better than the EMR now. And the SVK is stronger. I think it's stronger, but the VCAR more or less like an aggressive fucking DMR, which makes it kind of funner. I think it's good. M5A3, I'm gonna say it's all reliable. I say all reliable because I fucking have damn near the most kills with it. But I don't recall. I don't recall how it is now with the bullet spread. I bet you it's still good though. It's got range, it's got fucking close quarters. It's just the bullet spread gets out of control after a certain amount of bullets. DM7, I'm gonna say good. Actually, I'm gonna say excellent. Excellent for a DMR. That's the beginning one too. People learn it all the time. RPT, I'm gonna say excellent. I think RPT is still very, very good. A lot of people stopped using it though. AM40, excellent. To this day, you can still use that AM40 and it's still really good. I've been seeing people using the A91 and I'm truly curious. I'm gonna try that out next time. It's my favorite fucking looking gun in the game overall. It's been like that since Battlefield 4. I used to fucking run A91 all the time, Battlefield 4. So I'm gonna say A91 is good only because I don't know if it got buffed or not. I feel like people have been using it quite often. The NVK is okay. It's fun to use, but it's not that great. The M44 is okay as well. You hit your headshots, feels great, but in reality, it's like a skill gap gun. Super 500 is excellent. That is very, very good. As long as you line up that shot with that dot, it's really good. It does fucking serve justice. MP412 Rex. I'm gonna say it's good. It's kind of hard to aim. Hip firing feels pretty good to use. G57, excellent. For an SMG, what am I saying? For a sidearm, burst rounds kind of come in clutch, but I've noticed it can be kind of spongy at times too. M1911, I want to say it's trash. I don't think anybody's using it. I'm gonna say it's trash. I don't think I see anybody use that gun. It just doesn't hit like it's supposed to. MP28, I'm gonna say it's good. And the reason why is because honestly, it hits hard. It should be in the excellent category, but the G57 just makes it like literally not used at all. So everyone goes there. PF51, I want to say excellent just because it's like a pocket PP29, but it has just the way less damage. But if you can fucking control the recoil, throw that red dot on there, you can get like 2 targets pretty well with it. So I'm gonna say excellent. I would keep it at good, but it's a little better than good for the usability of it. PP29, all reliable. It's practically the best SMG in the game. Only because it's a mini AR with 64 rounds. It's just the TTK reminds me a little better than the SFAR. But you got the mobility and the ADS speed and the sprint to fire time, so it's better. MP9, I want to say excellent, but it feels a little spongy. Actually, I'll put it excellent because I have a spot for another gun. AKS-74U, I'm gonna say it's okay. The fire rate kind of hurts. It feels really fun to use. That's one of the fun guns to use, but it's just it's definitely terrible in terms of like overall usage. It's not trash, but it's definitely just okay. K30, I'm gonna put in good. They nerfed the fuck out of it. It's fun to use, but it definitely just doesn't feel like the K30 anymore. You don't see anybody using it at all now. AC9 is gonna be all reliable. I used to hate the AC9 when it first came out, never touched it, and then I don't know what they did, some balancing to it or something, but now it just feels great. Bullet spread is pretty fucking wild, but its close quarters TTK is just stupid good, and hip fire is really good, and mobility and ADS speed with it, the reload speed with it is good. It's just, I think, the overall one of the better ones. The DXR1, trash. You have to hit headshots with that thing, and personally, like the rechamber time, the fucking, I don't know. I don't if it's bullet velocity, it's why people use it. I don't know why people use it. It feels like shit every time I've used it. It feels terrible, trash. SWS, they nerfed the fuck out of it. I would have put it as all reliable. I really would have, because that was the one sniper where it just felt like you could kind of quick scope with it, and you could fucking run around and get your rangy headshots. They nerfed the fuck out of it. Every sniper's kind of trash overall, really. I'm gonna say the SWS is good, only because the SWS can still have like not much bullet drop, and the ADS speed's decent. NTW50, all reliable. As much as I hate to say it, but the NTW50 is really the only sniper worth using in the game. As long as you learn the bullet lead at range because of the bullet drop, there ain't nothing else to fucking use, really. PBX, I want to say PBX is all reliable, but I personally think it's nerfed quite a bit from what it used to be, so I'm gonna put it as excellent. I know it's right next to the MP9, and I would say the PBX is better than the MP9. But just something telling me it's not a fucking all reliable. I can't pop it up and just be comfortable every fucking match with it. P90, I'm gonna say is good. I want to put it at excellent, but I feel like I have to play with it more and really judge that one a little bit more. I don't know why I don't use it more. MCS 880, I'm gonna say good. It should be excellent for specific reasons, redacted, but overall use it's not. PP2000 I'm gonna say is excellent as well. It actually is a really good underrated fucking SMG. People should try that more. I see some people use it. And M93R I believe is okay. I was gonna say trash, but I was like, you know what, I've used it a couple times and it was like nothing special. It reminds me of the fucking G57 but nerfed. So weird. Rorsch is excellent. I would put Rorsch at all reliable if I used it as much as everyone else does, and the versatility of it. I personally know the effectiveness of the Rorsch. I fucking hate the way you use it though. You have to charge it up. I don't like that. Ghostmaker, useless, literally useless. I seen a guy literally like looking like he was trying to fucking frag out and go crazy, and he went 12 and 12 with the fucking Ghostmaker. it's literally just a meme gun. The Gold Magnum, I was gonna put it all reliable just because of the bullet velocity and stuff, but I'm gonna put it at excellent. Really because it's good. It is 2 shots for the most part. The headshots are good, and the bullet velocity is good. ADS speed's good too. I would actually put it at good, but in terms of all the other snipers, it's definitely better than the SWS. So I'll just keep it at excellent. That's fine for balancing. NVK, I'm gonna say it's okay. You don't see people running it often. 12M auto is good. Again, it's the same category as people that only play redacted. It's the only time that you'll see them using it. GVT is practically useless. I'm gonna say trash. It's pretty much dog shit. It is not good. So now if we're going from left to right again in terms of like all reliable number 1 all the way down to dog shit, I'm going to say in terms of all reliable, PP29 is probably going to be fucking good forever. AC9 is better than the M5 in my opinion, and the NTW is better than the M5 as well. I would say the NTW is more reliable than the M5, especially if you hit your shots. The M5 has dropped down quite a bit because of the bullet spread. In terms of excellent, I'm gonna say the PBX because it's really close up there, and then I'm gonna say the AK is a little more reliable feeling than the M16. The BSVM will go above the Advances. I would say is the Rorsch better than the Gold Magnum though? The AM40 is definitely better than the Advances, but the Advances is right there. DM7 should be at the bottom. RPT though, I would say that a Super 500 is more reliable than the Advances actually. In terms of like when you need it. Same thing with the G57. Oops. I say the Super 500 is probably the best sidearm, and then the PF51 I would say is even better than the G57. I'll put the MP9 above both of them, and the PP2000 above both of them. And then you got, actually I think I'll keep it at that. That looks good to me. Now for good, there's a lot in good, so we're gonna have to really look at this. I think the shotgun should stay at the bottom. I'm gonna put the 12M above the MCS though, just because if you miss that one shot with the MCS, it's fucked. You could just spray and pray like a fucking idiot with a 12M auto. I'm gonna put the SFAR up top. I'll put the MP412 Rex near the bottom. I'm gonna put the P90. Actually, no, let's try to go in order here. The XM8 LMG is really good still. I want to say the RM68 is better than the M416, and the ACR is better than the M416. So I'll keep it like that. The SVK could go to the bottom too, because again, it's just in terms of like trying to be top tier, it's not worth it. I don't see anybody ever top fragging with DMRs ever. P90 better than the PKP. Definitely better than the PKP. The MTAR is probably even better than the MTAR. MTAR is better than the PKP, but not better than the P90 for sure. P90 is really good. K30 is better than both though. I think the P90 is very close to the K30, so that's a tough one. The A91, if I'm gonna keep it below the MTAR, based off of I haven't used it in a while though. And then the VCAR, the MP28, better than the MP412 Rex. It's much, the SVK is much more reliable. Obviously. SWS is better than. I'll probably put SWS behind the A91 personally. No. I'll put it behind the M240B. The M39 EMR and the VCAR, I want to say the VCAR is ahead of the M39 EMR. And that looks accurate. That looks good. Now, in terms of okay, LCMG is there. I believe that should stay there. This one should be a little easier. I'm going to say the AC42 is better. Actually, no, the LCMG is better for sure. The AC42 is better than Type 88. I could confidently say that. The AKS-74U is better than the sidearms, and the shotgun's better than the pistols. I think the NVK is a better pistol though than the M44, and the M93R, I would say, yeah, I'm gonna put it at the bottom, just because it's a little more reliable. And then in terms of like just trash, going from like least trash to worst trash, I'm gonna say the DXR1, least trash. M1911, and then SVD GV20, and there you go. From left to right, boom. Not much of an explanation, but a half-assed YouTube video. How about that?